Hello and welcome to another update video about the DXY, the US dollar index. Yesterday I made a little bit more of an overview video, longer term. If you're interested in looking at the longer time frame, take a look at yesterday's video. In this video I'd like to focus a little bit here on this last move up. So my view, just sort of in a nutshell, is that, or at least it looks like it, as per the wave count, that the US dollar index is close to topping out. It is here, as you can see. I mean, this is already actually the longer time frame view that we have on the chart here, where we started at the bottom of this wave 4 here back in 2008 and are moving up in 5 waves. And we are already in the 5th wave, and within the 5th wave we can already count 5 waves. So this doesn't mean we have topped out, but it means there is a really good chance that we are close to topping out. Now, of course, that means that I'm always careful with correlations, but what would happen next is that we should come down in a wave A, and we're going to zoom in a minute and take a look at where we are in this sort of 5th wave, but we should be coming down in an A, B, C correction in a wave 2. Now, how far? Maybe I do zoom out a little bit more, just to take a look here with the Fibonacci levels, to give you an idea where we should eventually. Let's just assume, for simplicity reasons, we've topped out already. Again, there is no guarantee that we have, and no sign yet. There's a few indications when we take a look at that, but what you would normally expect in a wave 2 is to get at least to the 50% Fib level. Now, we see wave 2s that are only going to the 38.2% Fib level, yes, in a very bullish environment. But what you would normally say is the ideal target is the 50%, the 61.8% Fib level. So here between sort of 88.50 and 83.90. It can of course go down to the $77 level, which is the 78.6% Fib level. But if it goes below that, it will not be a reliable wave 2 anymore. Then we're in probably something more bearish. But this is sort of what I would go with initially. So this is sort of the region what you could expect. And that would be, 60-70% decrease here of this 5th wave, basically. So this is what we are, or of this wave 1. That's really what we need to talk about. So that's where we are. And that's what we can expect. And now let's zoom in this 5th wave. Now, before we zoom in, actually, I said before, I think yesterday I mentioned it, that we can count this as a diagonal pattern, basically a leading diagonal in a wave 1 or the yellow wave 5. So here's the wave 4 back in 2008. The wave 5 will be way higher, but this is the first wave of this 5th wave. So that means long term still bullish on the dollar, but it means short term we are probably close to topping out. If we can count this as a diagonal pattern, it means it could be a 3-3-3-3-3 pattern, which means that each of these subwaves here has 3 waves. It is possible to count it that way, and therefore there's also so it could be 5-3-5-3-5, or it could be 3-3-3-3-3. It doesn't make a great difference, but it just makes a difference in terms of how we count this last wave, because we could count the last wave as 3 waves or 5 waves. I'm leaning more towards the 5 waves. I said that in the last video, but it is also possible to count it as a 3-wave structure. So in the end, we need to understand of where we are here. And, just to keep it sort of simple, without actually changing anything here, what I can do, if we count it as a leading diagonal with a 3-wave structure in the wave 5, we could just add a wave A here, a wave B here, and then the wave C to the upside. And we have already 5 waves, so we can actually count that as well as 5 waves. So I'm going to take that out, because if we label it as a 5-wave structure, then we could add a 1-2 setup here. And we're also getting close here to the finish line. So let me make that line a little bit more faint. And then we can just look at those subwaves again. And again, there are various ways of how this can be counted. Maybe let me move that aside just to show you a few possibilities. So the first way would be that we label this as a 1, a 2. Then we move up in, let me just see. So I think here this could be a wave 1. Then obviously, yeah, the 2. And then we've got here the 1, 2. That would obviously be the subwave then. Then we have here the 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we would probably have a 3 here and a 4 here. And then we'd be moving up here towards the end in a rally. Okay, so it's one way of counting this. The other way to count this was what I had already on the chart, where we just label it like that and are basically close to being finished. Yeah. Now, what is important to understand that there are a couple of ways of how we can count this as 5-wave structure, which always means be on the side of caution, because it means, we're getting close to finished. On the 3-day chart, for example, we already see a bearish divergence. Okay. So not only on the 3-day chart, we'll probably see that on the 4-day chart as well. Yeah. Can we see it on the weekly? That would be quite significant. Absolutely. So this is some kind of a warning here, but you can see how long this can take. I mean, here in this increase from, well, basically April 2018 to March 2020, we also had a bearish divergence here. It took years to play out, right? Until it then eventually led to a price drop. So don't necessarily overestimate a divergence, but it's another sign. Now, if we zoom in now, and let's say for the 4-hour chart, and I put that a little bit more accurately here onto the chart, then we could say, all right, maybe this move to the upside was already finished here with the wave 5. Yeah. So if this is the case, yeah, then this move down could have been already the beginning of the downtrend of the wave. Where were we? Wave A, somewhere down there. Lost it here, of the wave A. Okay, so that would mean we have possibly already seen the first impulse. This is possible because we can count the move down in 5 waves. And I would give it here 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a wave 5 down. That means the move up at the moment is a 3-wave structure. Yeah, A, B, C, and this could be a wave 2. So basically all of this could be the wave 1. This at the moment could be the wave 2, and we are going to head down in a 3, 4, 5, and so on pattern. Yeah. So that is always already an indication that we could be heading down. Important to understand is that this wave 2 obviously is now at the limits of what it normally should do. So if we draw the retracements, you can see that it retraced perfectly to the 78.6% Fib level. That is normally the maximum that a wave 2 would do. If we go above that, we have to understand and assume that this move up is continuing and probably an extended wave 5. So, but be on high alert that this could break down. If we now see a move below the $109 level next, it is an indication that we are coming down probably, into 2023. So this will be interesting. And a target I could, and this is speculation because we have no signal. I mean, at the moment, this is a 3-wave move. This could become a 5-wave move up as well. And then we are going to continue the move up. But at the moment, it's 3 waves. It's an indication that we have a key resistance level here around $110. The breakout point to the downside is 109. So a move down would basically confirm that we are heading down, or at least give a very good indication that we are, and that the dollar index might have topped out, okay, which would be good for a lot of assets. So if we say, all right, we are heading down now, a target would be the $105 level for the wave 3. Then we would see a shallow wave 4, and would be coming down in a wave 5 then to around about $102. Now that could be only, for example, a wave 1 of the wave A. Now I'm on the 4-hour chart, so this could be, for example, only then the wave 1 of the wave A. Yeah, and just to give you an understanding of how this could all play out. Okay, and this is what is currently so interesting. Yeah, so all eyes need to be on that $109, $110 level as a key decision, a key inflection point here at the moment, and highly interesting. So that's my update about the DXY, the dollar index. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then also check out my main channel, More Crypto Online. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.